Good morning, welcome to episode 13 of Cooking with Chef Galmiche. Today's about fruit.
It is about fruit and toast. Well, yes, because it's a season of plum, it's a season of nectarines, it's a season of all the red fruit you can pick up while you go for a walk and this kind of stuff. So in France, we used to do a lot, when we were young, my mum used to do a lot. We get to use a sourdough bread, you can use a brioche, but sourdough works very well. You get to slice it, and like a French toast, so we're going to do the mix with egg, the mix with milk. We're going to put a little bit of fresh kind of star anise in it, okay? And a touch of thyme, because thyme goes very well with food, like rosemary does, like tarragon does with all this. It's just the fact that people are not quite sure what to combine with herbs, yeah? And we're going to pan fry that, so they're going to soak all the sweetness of the eggs and milk and sugar in it. And we're going to just roast them slightly, not to make a puree of it. You need to keep them a little bit crunchy and keep this acidity. It goes very well with it. Of course, you can serve that with an ice cream at the end. I didn't have time to make an ice cream, but dash. But you can do it.
Sounds lovely.
You can do it, and it's absolutely delightful. And also, the last point about it, if you haven't used all your fruit and they're a little bit ripe, but not overripe, okay? Because if they're overripe, you just make a jam. But a little bit ripe, say, oh my, I've got a lot of plum left over, whatever, what can we do? This is a nice dessert for the family. It's wonderful, it's tasty, it's sweet, it's simple. Yeah, it's simple enough, yeah, but it's just like gorgeous. Make sure you got a good ice cream though, okay? All right? Okay, right. So we're going to do that now.
Okay,
let's
great.
go. So a little bit of sugar from that box I've got, which is an organic sugar, biltong we call, and I always flavor my sugar. So we've got cinnamon, we've got some lovely vanilla, a little bit of star anise, and all the fragrance goes in the sugar. It's just a delight. I'm going to break one egg in it, like that, and we're going to make a small mix and dip the French toast in here. But you can use sourdough, you can use brioche, you can use some of the rest of your baguette, but you cut in diagonal to make some lovely long slice in it. That's what my mom used to do. We didn't have brioche at home. We used the rest of the baguette. This was really nice. So you beat that quite well. One egg is enough because we only 2 of us today. And otherwise 2 eggs, 50 grams of sugar. I put half of it. I don't like when it's too sweet because I don't eat sugar, by the way. So there, tiny bit of milk, just to loosen up. That's all. And something which I really like, which is particular to myself, I'm going to add this to it. Can you smell? Can you smell through the phone? I wonder. And that's all. So we keep that on the side. We're going to do the bread later on. So now we've got those beautiful fruit in here. So I've got beautiful plum, I've got beautiful blueberries, and 1 nectarine. Nectarine, just cut in segment. That's it. Like that is enough. So what we try to do as well when we do the thing, you don't want the fruit to become like a compote, like it's not good. Cannot. They need to somehow stay a little bit together, but in the same time be soft. So that's what we're going to do. So we've got a pan in here, and we're going to put a nut of butter in here. You can see I'm French because I'm British. It's a little bit of butter, and olive oil, a little bit too. Fruit and olive oil doesn't matter too much. It's actually very nice. So we're going to increase the heat a little bit. Going to bring the fruit over here. Just a little bit of thyme over here too. This beautiful nectarine there. You can see the color. And at the last minute, we're going to put some of the blueberries. Don't put the blueberry at the beginning, otherwise they're going to be mushy. You want them still crunchy. So every time you crunch in it, despite the sweetness of everything, you get this acidity, which is very important to keep in the fruit as well. You don't want your dish to be too sweet. Hence the reason with the mix we put only a touch of sugar. Okay? So let's make sure that the butter just is a little bit hazelnut color. Voilà. And the reason also we put always a touch of olive oil or with it is so the butter doesn't burn. You can see when the butter starts to form, that's where we put it in. You can hear, well, that's it. All right? We're going to put a little bit of fresh thyme. So, talking about herbs and fruit, sometimes there's a thing people don't quite know if we should put herb with fruit. It does work very well. Rosemary would work very well, and also tarragon would work very well. So it's all this kind of thing you need to kind of not only practice, but a little bit be adventurous and curious, and even open the books, cooking books, and like I said earlier, mine and another, that recipe come from mine, so may as well buy mine. Why not? French Brasserie Cookbook is a good example. From my website is another good example. But anyway, so yes, herbs does combine very well. You just need to dose it. The problem, if you go over the board, you only get the flavor of the herbs and not the fruit, because herbs are very powerful. Okay? So just to give you a bit of an example, and that would do, you just saute a little bit like this. Okay? You can see already they just like slowly to be covered. Now the pan is on in here. While that is going on, I'm going to toast a little bit as well. So I need butter again, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. You know. And that's the same. Tiny bit of olive oil. That's it. The rest is for me. And we're going to do the French toast, as they say. So, mix toast. In. Okay, we're going to do it one by one. While you keep an eye on this to make sure it doesn't become like marmalade. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, just roast it nicely. Okay, then this one, then that one. Okay, so French toast, into dough, the other one. Or you can leave them a little bit longer if you want, but bon, you know. So the green you see in here is not a herb, by the way, it's lime, okay? Because I love lime. So let's drop the heat in here, otherwise it's going to burn. This is going very well. You can see, the color we needed. Just perfect, they're getting softer. Now, peach in.
Nectarine.
We need to try to put fruit by order of kind of the fragility, if I may say that. The way the softness of the fruit goes, okay? Because like I said, you don't want a puree. So, this needs to color a little bit more, okay? This needs to be sauteed a little bit more, okay? And that's it, so the time is giving that. We can put the rest of the lime as well in here in a minute. Beautiful. I mean, wow, it's just, the smell invade the place, you know. This is doing really well. Let's push it a tiny bit in here. See, the fruit are starting to be soft. The nectarine, beautiful. Of course, you can deglass it. Sometimes me, I use Drambuie, although I don't give too much spirit. But Drambuie is a little bit of gold sweetness, whiskey mix, whatever. It goes very well. So you can put a drop of alcohol in it. It's very nice. Not a problem. Okay. touch of lime juice in here to create a little bit of a kind of a tiny bit of juice. You know, look at that. And this lovely, lovely flavor. That's it. Okay. Little bit more. And it won't be too acidic because obviously we've got a lot of sugar within the mix there. Now we put that in. I mean, look at the color. See, that's the one in cooking as well. We look for not only the fragrance, but that, for example, this time there will make such a lovely thing. Look at that. We put it that way so it's much easier. Voila. The fruit almost done. You can see some of them are softer now. I just need the nectarine to be a touch softer, and this kind of blueberry to slowly give us a little bit of it, and that should be okay. So okay, this is what we want. No more. You don't want to collapse completely. Last minute. Bit of lime to add a little bit of fragrance in it. Look at the color. I mean, nice or not? Hey, and that's we're nearly ready. So we're going to sit down now and enjoy this lovely dish. Perfect. Here we are. Look at this. Don't you love cooking? I mean, yeah. And now I'm going to just twirl the fruit a little bit there to get this gorgeous syrup, if I can bloody catch it. Look at the color. That's color. Okay, and wait. It's not quite finished. And to finish, little bit more because I love it, and this kind of, you don't eat it, you just present with it or not. Or whatever. If he doesn't want to stay, never mind. Et voila. So we're having this French toast with a little bit of egg and sugar and a nice kind of sauteed of beautiful seasonal fruit, courtesy of Four Seasons Supply, who always give me the right stuff. Peaches, plum, little bit of blueberry, grated, touch of butter. Paradise.